citizens, how's your spirit? Mine up, moving forward, onward. As is often the case, you as the collective are on my mind. I don't dwell on much. It's certainly not my things. You know what I mean? I did get some sleep. Not quite as much as I wanted, but enough to say I slept. You know what I mean? I almost ended this live stream by accident. That's funny. Ironically, Restream still isn't sending data to YouTube, so I'm just talking to myself for sure right now, so to speak. Which is weird. Let's see. Hey. Oh, that's interesting. How do you have a notification on? How do you have. Okay, YouTube, I see how you do. I mean, Restream, I see how you do. That's interesting. Ta-da! It's so funny, guys. Please make sure that you like hit the link because YouTube does that. Let me put a comment in the chat. Like seriously, I can see back here on my restream, it still says that YouTube isn't getting any data. So you kind of have to kick the algorithm in the arse a bit and be like, so you have to try to make things move when they don't, and why it has chosen not to catch up with itself, I don't know. By now it should have. See the thing about it, ta-da, there we are. Now come on, y'all. How long has that been? 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You see? You've got to be very diligent as a content creator. I've been live now for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. If I was a scary bitch and didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I would have sat here for 5 minutes looking at this thing not freaking moving and been like, well, why don't I? No. You have to get outside the box. This one. And move your metric. Like you can't even see that I've already left a comment in the chat. It's because YouTube be acting up. But you see, one of the things I did is I went ahead and tagged YouTube when I posted this to being live on my community tab. So guys, seriously, you have to help smaller content creators. You have to help black content creators in general. It's not even about. It's really not about color. It's about the right thing to do. Is it really a level playing field? Are you working to your full advantage? Are you actually creating to your full potential when you don't have to fight a third of the market? When YouTube makes them invisible so that you can siphon off of them, because you know you do. You can see it all over the place. Then what? If the standard were the same across the board, Would you still be where you are today? Or would you bend the knee even further? Like, would you buckle under the pressure? Would you break your own kneecaps and ankles trying to hold up the weight? Will that be your fate? Because real talk, you cannot muster up change today. You'll be holding up bullshit for another lifetime. Just looking at the assholes of life like, how'd it get there? Even good people shit stinks. Are those really the blessings you want to roll downhill? Just shit bombs of happiness. Is that better than the life you already live? I was there. Someone's having a hard time putting their life in order. I was there. It is the only thing that I knew how to do in the end, which is give it over to God. I did all the things that I knew how to do. I wrote all the right people. I sent the emails. I forwarded all the documents. I put in all the information. I asked for help where necessary. At the end of the day, you can't make people do anything at all. God can't. You can't make God do anything at all. What they say, you wait on the Lord. Y'all, I did not know, just as a side note, doesn't really change my, how I feel about him. I did not know about Donnie McClurkin's, like, past or whatever. But I can understand how it might be controversial. Especially when you come out and say you still having a hard time doing what the Lord told you to do. Can I ask a question without it being disrespectful? Are you sure that the Lord told you not to be who you are this lifetime? Why we believe that we're supposed to advocate from the place of struggle, I don't understand. Why would anyone want to go to a creator who only offers you struggle and sacrifice? And tells you just wait, you'll get your just reward one day. Why would we do that? I mean, it makes one want to question what the Lord is really thinking. You know what I mean? Ta-da. Mood lighting. There's a running up you wearing. Wait, oh Lord. Wait, oh Lord. Listen, I work out to gospel music. I will dance, sing, and smoke weed to it. I was contemplating the other day, like, JP, are you turning into such a holy roller that you feel like you have to praise the Lord and listen to gospel music while you relating? And I was like, nah. Ain't nothing like that. At least not right now. I suppose to be fair, I should blame Restream first and then YouTube. So I'm gonna blame Restream this time. Ta-da. Although YouTube has to, it has to accept the information. It's a two-way street out here. Server, servy, whatever you want to call it. I was reading somebody's resume. User interface experience analyst. User interface experience analyst. That means you use shit and you take surveys, y'all. Do you fill out forms, questionnaires? Y'all are really, really colorful with your language on your resumes, bro. But a trained eye, a discerning eye, a hiring manager with years on the job can see right through that shit. That's why y'all continuously scammers, that is. Branch out into new fields because you're hoping that no one will recognize the lies, the shields on your resume, the bullshit. You know, you did, you picking up what I'm putting down? Imagine padding your resume to get into the blue lane, and then they still won't take you. Like they was gonna make an exception for your lack of college education or some shit like that, but then they was like, "Oh, what the hell is wrong with you and the company you keep?" Hey, MJ baby, how's your spirit? What are you up to? Me being me. I went to sleep feeling one kind of way, woke up feeling something different. Um, you know how that is. I reached out to my notebook. Apologies. And then I was like, well, JP, go ahead and stream for a bit before the morning comes, because who knows what the morning brings. Oh, ain't you special? Go ahead. Thank you for stopping through, MJH. I get a distinct feeling that you were worried. It ain't me, if that makes sense. I think I know who it is. It's energy around me. It's not me. Not related to me in that way. I mean, but anyway, peace. I do. No, go back to sleep. This is just me talking. I do wonder, though, curiously, like, what happens? Well, I guess there's no reason for me to wonder because I can tell from my experiences that, like, there are those who. It's no different. Like, being with someone who's spiritual and being with someone who's an atheist, so to speak, or a Christian, Buddhist, Baptist, whatever. When you part ways, being a part of a corporation or an organization. When I left Thompson Hospitality, Perkins Management Services, I did my best to leave them in good standing, better off than I found them, and not with I didn't burn bridges. I didn't really know that I would want to come back to particular places either, though. Yet I didn't move forward talking shit about them, you know. Even at the end of this road with my children's father, it's not my goal to talk shit about him. To speak the truth. married to my personal terrorist, a full-blown narcissist who sought me out and hoped to siphon energy off of me from now until the end of eternity. Somebody needs to listen to Bag Lady. So let's. Ironically, kind of the only reason that I haven't walked out of this space yet is because I can't burn this bitch to the ground. Much like Atticus's great grandmother, I want to take the book of spells and burn this shit to the ground. Or my journals, I think. Nothing in here. I don't think anything in here should be thrown in the trash and left to anyone else because it's tainted. It's been touched by evil. Maybe box it up. But see, then, all that evil hemmed up in one space for too long. What could happen? You've seen what happens when people bottle up their evil, their unwillingness to live. And they pack that up and they hide it away and they pretend to be alive. Ten of Spades, Jack of Hearts. Are they okay now? I'm Queen of Hearts, pardon me. It's like they don't want to come apart. Ten of Spades, Queen of Hearts. Why do you really think this Queen of Hearts? Anyway. That just builds up this blackness inside of you. This darkness. And you don't know what to do. So you dwell. Seven of Hearts, Seven of Diamonds, Seven of Spades. You dwell in hell. It's your kingdom. You don't know how to leave it. The breakthrough is no one else's. It's up to you. There's no way that anyone can do it for you. Holy shit. I put in the seven in a different place, the Seven of Spades. It's behind now. It's in front of the Ace of Spades. I'm sorry. Which is then the Eight of Clubs and then the Seven of Clubs. It's a lot of kings who want to show their worth, their value. There are things that I question. Like, why wait so long? It's not like you found out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Ace of Diamonds. Some of you always knew. Seven of Spades. Ace of Spades. You just figured you'd enjoy watching from a distance. crazy. It's not the one I wanted to hear. Oh, wrong one. Interesting. This is a lot of instrumentals. I wonder if it's gonna be the one with the instrument. Yeah, my bad. It wasn't the one. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. You can hear someone like, I can't stand tarot. I just ain't gonna have no cards in my house at all. It's the divine. If God wants you to do something, you're going to do it then. Or you're going to suffer in silence until it's done. Once again, I do apologize for the headache. It was killing me though. I'm gonna be better. I've seen some amazing things. Just in this last year alone. Real life, the future, the past even. I didn't know what to expect going on this journey. I knew to expect something new, not approach. It was written, faded, sort of, slated. Like I said, there are these gaps in times that are meant to be healed, filled. Wow, all these spaces right here. Budget, bills. F your feelings, I'm the disabled one. Disabled, never disloyal. My body is my temple. I am its professional. My home is my sanctuary. Don't make me fight for it. My intuition is my bully pulpit. Listen when I speak. I am no novelty, but noble in the face of abuse. Shit, I wrote that in like 2017. Look, I was even working on a logo. Easy. Oh, that was 2018, the logo anyway. Lady named Laura's number's right there. Huh? Everything is right here. And then not really, because there's so many things missing. So many blank pages. Commit to compassion. I intentionally sought out my spirit, the spirit of my ancestors. There's even a note in here to myself. Build the damn playlist, JP. I swore this time I wasn't gonna die. So this time I'm not gonna go through the same cycles. There's so much of this book left to feel. Dude, there's things in here from 2015. Uniform checks daily. I read the entire handbook at the job that I was working at. Notes, I mean detailed. Who I would rehire, who I didn't. That was when I was being meticulous about a job that I didn't even care about. Bring financials with variance explanations bi-weekly before, man. I apologize, y'all. I really don't look back like that. September 9th, 2017. Somewhere inside, I feel that 21-year-old abused fat girl who couldn't leave because she didn't have anything. No car, no job, no license, and nowhere to go. Or the 23-year-old who was even fatter and now being cheated on religiously for the next 10 years. She couldn't go anywhere with the same nothing, and eventually 3 little people who depended on her. After realizing I needed to protect them from the things that were hurting, my belief in myself, I began to treat my ex-husband as if he was just an obstacle in my life. That's funny. I had it written down here with him as my ex in 2017. I had to either go over him, around him, above him, or through him. I chose to barrel through him. That's how my healing process developed. I will never be anyone's victim again because I can't provide for me or my children. It was just about 10 years into our marriage then. I decided if we weren't going to be together for a lifetime, so I needed to plan my escape. I started school, I began to exercise, I began working and got a license. I was staying for now while I built my personal foundation. Once I had surgery and truly became his upgrade, I thought, well, maybe he will love this me. Maybe now that I am healthy, strong, confident, and educated, he will love me and stop cheating. Nope. And it was with a fat girl with no job, no license, no goals, and had to depend on somebody else for her livelihood. What in the Sam fuck is happening? I wrote that shit in big bold ass letters down there. He didn't want me when I was that person. He didn't want me now that I was half the size of that person. And all the gold markers of a good woman. After that, I was determined to work even harder to get away from victim status to accomplished, able to provide for myself and my three sons. I had to become the type of woman I want them to look for. So I put my head up, treated my exes just a child support check waiting to happen, and went about starting to provide for the fellas. I went to culinary school, got my own car, began working, and losing respect for him in the process. I eventually graduated from college with honors. I worked my way from $10 an hour to $35,000 a year. I got an apartment, and the fellas came to visit every other weekend. How you like me now? I was paying the bills of my apartment and his house because he didn't know how to handle his money. He would overdraft our joint checking account, but the phone bills were being shut off. That's when I separated myself entirely from him and lost all respect. That's the end of that. And then 3 days later, who the hell gets depressed about being too thin for their wardrobe? November 14th, apparently, I was questioning though. When did I become quietly angry? Oh no. November 2014 is when I became quietly angry. That's when Sharif died. Talk about something I didn't think I was going to come back from for sure. Whew. I didn't realize that I'd written about it. It wasn't until 2014 that I was able to put a beginning to my battle with my buddy Bob on my album. Actually, no. Huh. I always lived with the possibility they may die a violent death. I never thought that I would lose someone like Sharif that way. Hell, my cousin Demario even. I know you say, JP, that's crazy. You know the life that at least your cousin was living. And you're right in that regard, you know what I mean? Yet simultaneously, I had seen people opt to war and they'd come home. I never thought that war would like show up at my doorstep. Or, hell, right in my living room sometimes, That's the experience. Collectively. No one needs to pull tarot cards or read energy on that shit. No one needs to be stuck at a crossroads. You have to push through it. Rest in love to my mother, cousins, homies. It's coming at 11 o'clock. You're in the desert. Rest in love to Sharif Muhammad. It's not a regret. There's a part of me that hopes that your family's okay. Well, I mean, it was just your dad from what I remember. So, who knows? Life is strange like that. You could start out in the world with 10 other people around you. And then someday it's just you. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do. That's adulting. That's humaning. It's not the easiest thing to do. True. It is doable though. After a time, you become so good at resilience, I suppose. Um, but it doesn't matter. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Oh, shoot. I hope I didn't put that in there. I don't think I put one in there. Apologies, you all. Just technology. It's 11 o'clock. How's your spirit? What is on your mind? I miss her every day. My mom. Still. It just hits different now. Like, because I never thought that I couldn't talk to her, I never stopped talking to her. I never stopped believing that she was here with me. Trust me, she knows that I blame her for my marriage. She definitely had a hand in it. The men that she experienced before she met my ex made it seem like my ex was fantastic. I don't think she could fully understand narcissistic personality disorder in that way. Yet when I revisit my story, you can hear it. He studied me from a distance. When I was away, he got close with my family. He studied them. He began to understand everything about me so that he could mimic me. Pretend to have or be the things that I was. And that wasn't really his identity. Do you want to ride or die? Da, 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 da. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have it now? Ironically, the closest that I would have to a matriarch of my own, so to speak, is my father's younger sister. She was a fan of Tupac. She's also my cousin Demario's mother. That made this song take on a different meaning. I brought her out here to Tucson after I got settled, got my own apartment, car. I brought her out here to Tucson. She brought my sons along. She and the elder one were staying. My younger son and my cousin were gonna go back to Tennessee and Atlanta, respectively. You can't make an adult do anything. The one requirement was you can't come out here and disturb my peace or that of the people around me. We've worked too hard to achieve it. I suppose she didn't believe it, or she thought seniority, or she felt she was entitled because all that she had been through. No. You still have to be respectful. Respect the work and effort that others put in to get you to where you are. Whether it be in the moment, for a short time or a long time. The reality is none of us made it solo, dolo. That isn't so recently. Apparently now we are birthing people who birthed themselves. They did it all. No one has ever had to have help or ask for anything at all. Spirit says one of you all needs to check out the final call. Not me. I hear the final countdown in my head from Journey. That's my mother. Listen, this to me, I wouldn't know the final count. Oh wait, it's not Journey, it's Europe. Apologies. I thought it was Journey. See what I mean? This video apparently came out. Come on, man. Oh, it won't. See, he didn't even say boo. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. You guys, for whatever reason, I mixed up the graphics for this Europe final countdown. I don't know when I would have seen this. To the graphics from the Journey video game when I was a kid. And I mean, that's like the 80s, dude. I remember being at my grandparents' house and it was playing this and that game, E.T. Bro, I'm still trying to phone home. 11:07 in the desert. Ooh, wee. Hey, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it. Put your phone down. Hey, get it, Erica. Put your phone down. I'm gonna grab my cup of tea. As you see, I'm already yawning. By the time I drink this medicated tea, I'll be ready to take my ass back to sleep. Like MJH over there. I may finish eating up my bowl of spaghetti, but we'll see. Oh, damn it. The heavyweight and swelling, y'all. I'm telling you. Man, I hope I get paid tomorrow so I can make some can of butter or whatever. On my way. Apologies. Thank you for waiting if you did. Ta-da. So, you want to know what I asked for. You want to know why I have so much faith in the Lord that I'll wait despite the peril to me at 11:11 in the desert on March 26th? Well, there's that. The Creator does love me steadily. I have never been without, though I have lacked many a thing from time to time. I've never been without what I need. And what I asked was to be able to change the world for my cousin Demario's children. At first, in the beginning of the book, I simply asked to be able to provide for myself without having to go back to work. I put a dollar amount on it, the same amount that I had been making all those years. Then I died. Came back and I survived. And the Creator was like, hey, yo, homie, you need to write a new chapter. You got some work to do. How much is that going to cost me? Settle on a price. And some other things. That's between me and my Creator. Which I suppose was just also the reason why I can lean into trusting someone else, despite everything that I've been through. I don't know. It's not that the relationship between me and my children's father wasn't fated. In order for this moment to exist, that moment had to. You understand? It's accepting that I made the best possible decision for myself and my children, for innocence, for the community. It's never been just about me. See, I've been going round and round in my brain about a thing of late, of recent. It's the suicide piece. People say it's selfish to commit suicide. I see why people on the outside looking in believe that. Call it a self-sacrifice. It's also why it's a sin. Can't sacrifice somebody. Yet, to the one sacrificing themselves, that's what it is. I don't want to introduce anyone else to my fresh hell, so I will sacrifice myself instead. Not always. Some people may, for nefarious means. I couldn't understand that thing, but hey. I don't believe I'm meant to understand every human being. I find it ironic that the poor people who can't keep up with change and transition have a hard time being able to understand that you can say human beings speaking on other people and still consider yourself a human being and not consider yourself a part of the human collective from time to time. I mean, seriously, I know they be on the outside looking in like, what the fuck? Well, then again, I guess they're on the inside looking out. And that's the problem. Ego. They can't get out of the way of that to keep pushing forward. Don't laugh at me. Laugh with me. There's a difference. Ask Dave Chappelle. He gave up millions to come back. Ironically, for him, he moved around regular people too. Look how that turned out. Mm-hmm. Regular people are the salt of the earth. Regular people, everyday people, are what dreams are made of. You know, there is this beautiful thing. Very rarely do you hear in the sectors anyone talking about the repercussions of slavery, like as if they're this solely this black trauma thing, right? You're seeing more and more people explain it, understand it, recognize it, speak about it. It runs through the fabric and fiber of this country. Like a spiritual stain on the veins of America. You cannot, you cannot, you cannot neglect the common man and think that the common man will not rise up against you. It's human nature. Look at what's happening in France right now. President Macron is having some problems fucking around with that pension and shit. When they change their pension, social security system abroad, it's coming. Y'all had better start waiting on the Lord, praying for yourselves. That is, to get out of your own way, keep moving forward, do the right thing. Change. Pardon me. It's not just about knowing history. It's about knowing what to do with it. Which way to go, which way not. Can you forecast? Can you telegraph based on what you've seen throughout history? And everyday people. Hey, you see, I had the most wonderful dream last night, or earlier this evening, as it were, at 11:21 o'clock. I had this dream that was exactly what it was. My younger son, that angel, Archangel Nathaniel, came to walk my inner child into the light. That was the most beautiful thing I have ever dreamt. And I've dreamt amazing things. Sometimes, apologies, they were foretellings. The actual experience itself didn't happen. Like in no lifetime was I sitting on a porch with my mother and my father fishing. Recognize. However, I was pregnant with my middle son. Did I? My mom came and gave me a boo. My father is who he's named after. Hmm. Hmm. If there's fruit in your tea, why not eat it? I had to make sure that it wasn't the part that had the outside on it. Why do I put whole slices into my drinks? The essence of the orange, i.e., the oil, is inside of the zest, which is known as the rind. The outside of an orange without the white part is the zest. That is where the oil is at. So if you squeeze it, you're squeezing the oils to the surface. You drop them into your beverage, then the oils are released into your beverage. When it comes to having something like a can of tea or a can of butter or a can of, well, let's just say can of tea, right? Say you're not going to use any fat or dairy. There's oil, some fat from that. So to help carry the THC forward, the terpenes and things. And then they're matching, right? Because, well, if, unless you're me, I just do things differently. Don't beat me. Don't be me. And I told my sons, be different from me. Do better than I did. Go further. That's the whole damn goal. Their entire lives, I told them, listen, my goal is not for you to be me. My goal is for you to be better than me. Not at being me, though. So, yeah, I wasn't one of them mamas who taught her sons to cross his legs. Boy, put your leg down. What's going on? You want to cross your leg? This is how a gentleman crosses his legs. Right? There is a way for a man to cross his legs. It is ankle over knee, basically. I would say like ankle over knee, and it's usually whichever hand dominant you are. It's not always the case, depending on the situation. But ankle over knee, so that if you wanted to, you could check your watch or whatever it is, or that like there's this. It's like a desk. It's like a built-in man desk, because the world believes that men should always be working. So you ankle over knee, you already got your table set. Yeah, you just told her to come sit down at your table. And y'all can talk about the first thing that pops up. Oh, that's funny. Come on. That was funny. Okay, listen, think about it. That is so much cleaner than a crass sausage joke. Come on. Punch, pizzazz, and timing. I don't know. I don't know. I've never, something about it, something like, oh, I guess it's because the Trolls movie is the first time that I saw them, like, it's not true. It's the upgrade from the Alvin and the Chipmunks to the Trolls that I didn't appreciate. I'm pretty sure it's because so many other things have gotten a a live action upgrade, right? Now, at the time of this recording, I don't know whether or not they've already done one of them, the Chipmunks, or not. If they haven't, they probably will. But yeah, like I think the reason that they didn't do a Chipmunks upgrade because the Chipmunks were like little crooners back in the day, and the Chipmunks are kind of a crooner ripoff of an amalgamation of black crooners. Anyway, so I don't know. There's something there that why didn't y'all just do it? Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Spears said, and their slave driver Dave. That's Spirit, not me. Hey, shout out to the jingle writers out there. Apparently, one of you watches tarot readings. I find that interesting. As I wonder why. Like, do you watch tarot because it's more um, valuable information to your life to find out what other people are getting into? I mean, it is kind of a cool way to come up with a storyline, especially if you can listen to like a coming together love story type thing and be there for the divine timing, right? Catch it all. Be the first person to share with the world this thing. Be able to sell it as a song. Like love. My grandpa's passed, my mother's gone. And once felt so alone. Hey. Not just my spare tire, but Lord, I ask you to be my guiding source and truth. For some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. There was a time when I swore I would never go back to Memphis. Seems like I'll be going back again. At least one more again. Talking to each other every night and day in a friendship way. And into more country, into rugby, where the ghost of my forefathers hung from. But all their wisdom, they tell me my ears are so young. My family, my family name, it had to be guiding me to Tennessee. Hey. Man, if I could DJ right now, I would mix it in Georgia. Georgia has a part of my heart. It's Savannah. That city is so beautiful and full of history and life simultaneously. Was it Sherman? He did the right thing there. It's like, oh shit. Change. Nothing. I can't wait to get back to there. To walk around that city again. It's a different kind of air. What if Savannah is gonna become a Savannah? Apologize. New desert. I'm just saying, times are changing. It's ironic, by the way, with 11:11. I mean, 1:11:11. We on the grinding all the time, and we ain't playing with you. Hey, hey, get it? What? Shout out to the Hinesville Savannah crew. Man, I love me some y'all, dude. Boy, did we get into some shit. You talking about tearing up that little stretch of highway between Hinesville, Richmond Hill, and Savannah? Woo wee! Oh man, Sweet Melissa's Pizza. Dude, I really hope you still exist. You had the potential to, because you were already set up for in and out service anyway. You could just zoom people through. Benny Van Go Go's. Converting to cashless. I wonder how that went. Oh, so a fantastic cashless model, and I think what some of what they'll be using intermittently is what they did at Duke University as far as like food, money, and those things are concerned. It's not so much like a rationing system as you have a certain amount of money for a thing. And Duke students could spend it on campus or with campus related organizations with a premium, of course. It's actually a pretty good model going, to be prepared for the pandemic. I wonder how some of those restaurants fared in the end. It'd be interesting to look into. I'm a huge fan of pizza. I'm not gonna front. So then I got to work at a pizza restaurant. I mean, an Italian place, and they served. Damn. I'm thinking back. I'm like, oh shit. At least two places that I worked at, we did pizza three actually. One did Neapolitan, but hand tossed pizzas, thrown pizzas. I got to learn to do that shit. Yo, I was getting pretty good before I left. They even got them to put in a lunch program where they could serve pizzas by the slice. Yeah. Shout out to Eddie. He was just a weird freaking dude. He was built like Johnny Bravo, always eating chicken breasts and shit. I swear, if anybody have a cluck, Eddie's got a cluck. In this big ass truck, and he always parked it sideways because he didn't want it to get hit. I'm like, you jackass! That's how you get hit. Get your ass some good insurance and quit acting stupid and shit. Child, they are slinging mud out here on the community walls. Honey, clutch your pearls and hang on. It's getting wild out there. Ooh, child. I can't. I'm turning music down. It's not that loud. One thing is cannabis will kind of like mess with your adjust. Yeah. I really want you to read, you guys. I really want you all to read the study that I posted in the Facebook on Facebook about autism. At least read the and cannabis. At least read the abstract. It's important. You don't have to listen to me. I mean, geez, y'all really freaking do. Honestly, though, I'm gonna give you some clues to understanding how cannabis works for me and many, many people around you. There's an autism PTSD overlay. So a complex PTSD, autistic. There's an understanding that would help there. This is a very cute story. Shout out to 11 Alive News. As beauty school student practices, nursing home residents sport nicest nails around. A 19-year-old beauty school student found the perfect place to practice her manicure lessons. Muriel Smith took her new skills to her nursing home job, where residents now have the nicest nails in town. That's cute. That's pretty freaking neat. Oh wow, the police are out of pocket. How dare you show people what we did? Wow. Man. Mm. Hey, this is a good time and man. If you look at it too long, shout out to Golden Goddess. Also, Ariel, thank you for coming through in the earlier stream. I apologize. I hope you saw the um, chat message at the end of the video. Unfortunately, I can't always see all of the older um, comments. I figured out a solution for it though. I'll be doing better shortly. Oh, that would be amazing, y'all. Dang. I know how it can be done. It's gonna take at least one, maybe two other bodies, at least one other body, no two, and new equipment, a bigger space. Shout out to Romper Room. Man, I had a wonderful childhood. I look forward to. Hmm. being able to birth it into existence, so to speak. Like think of it like this. Anyone else attempting to write a story about my childhood is like a Gen Zer trying to present how things actually were for a Gen Xer. It's like a Gen Zer trying to explain the 90s to a Gen Xer. Oh, I've been here for an hour and 22 minutes. Hmm. I think that I'm about ready to eat and go to sleep. Oh, which means that I can't watch True Blood or Love Cow Country. Maybe I'll put on a documentary. When this wish comes true, and I can't call it a wish, this was a discussion between me and my creator all along the journey. It's like you want me to be a minister? A minister right here. Start right here in the hell mouth and work my way around the world. How about that go? Apologies, excuse me. Be right back. And I may not be on it all day straight up. If you want it, you could find me in that. Get it, get it. What did I tell you? Orange, maple syrup, um, ginger, turmeric. It's like breakfast, bro. I can lay my ass down and go back to sleep. I'm gonna eat something though. I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna eat something though. I'm gonna eat something though. I'm gonna eat something. Man, to those of you who were able to do so, I appreciate your ability to document the happenings and your perspective when it comes to the mother and the father who recently did terrible things in front of or to their children. I cannot. I'm just gonna play this. To the one who's forgotten or wondering, I was a political activist when I was 16, living in Manhattan, Kansas. Shout out to the big red one, Fort Riley. Points Avenue used to have, they used to be the main street. The high school was at one end and the mall was at the other. There's a mad dash to get down there every day at lunchtime. Ugh, then they brought around Little Caesars. Uh, there was this place at the mall by the name of Amigos. It's crazy that I remember that. But they had these fantastic rolled tacos that were like fried. They were fantastic. They weren't flautas though. They were puffy. And they had this other dipping sauce that was amazing. Man. I can understand why my parents thought that I was going to be fat forever. Then I came home from college and I wasn't. I was like, y'all got me fucked up. Just had to get away from y'all and shit. Overbearing motherfuckers. Fuck offense. Damn near 50 years old. I'm apologizing for what I think or felt, especially not when I was 12 or 18. Oh. Taking up the demons in your range. It's coming up on the 1.5 hour mark. That's interesting. Baby, we need to. Oh, guys, seriously, if you are not in my Instagram friends group, you want to be. This is the cutest shit that I've ever seen. And if you don't know a child or a sibling like this, you will. Some of you are really about to. Wait, where's it at, dude? I'm not fighting, mama. They fighting over there. They don't know how to act. You said good dogs get good treats. Niggas say that, mama. That's why I'm not fighting. They fighting. I'm not fighting. The brightness is up super high. See, mama, I'm being a good dog. Good dogs get good treats. That's what you said. I'm not fighting, mama. They fighting. They don't know how to act. You said good dog. Mama, that's why I'm not. This phone, Jesus Pete, bruh. Bruh, I mean,
I'm not fighting, mama.
making
They fighting
something
over
out of
there.
nothing.
They don't know how to act. You said good dogs get good treats. Didn't you say that, mama? That's why I'm not fighting. They fighting. I'm not fighting. I'm not going to do what they do. See, mama, I'm being a good dog. Good dogs get good treats. That's what you said.
I would be real honest,
I'm
y'all.
not fighting, mama. They.
I tried to hold this in. Every time I see this video, it makes me think of the lead attorney. He just like, look at all of them bad Negroes. Look at all the bad Negroes. They fighting. All the bad Negroes. Not me, not me. I'm staying clean. I'm staying out of it. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Can I get a treat, please, please, please? Pick me, pick me, pick me. Don't you see me? Don't you see me? Don't you see me? I apologize. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm not really, but I may have taken it just a bit too far, so I apologize for that. I do. Oh, Pops. There's divine timing and there's spirituality. That shit's just fucking funny, though. Like, I wonder, is there spiritual? I guess so. Spirituality, spiritual tea, spilling the spiritual shit. Come on, Lauren. Well, I was watching True Blood, and I thought about when March Harris called me a vampire. There's that scene when Vampire Bill is talking to Sookie, and she said, "Ever since they came out of the coffin." It's the funniest thing to me. I was like, "Oh shit." Oh, you're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Caught in the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. Please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Oh, uh-oh. The lonely nights. Getting close to midnight. Am I gonna turn into a pumpkin? That's funny, Spirit. Oh, let's see. Wow, wind chimes are meant to attract positive energy. Hmm. Wind chimes can help a grieving loved one, according to this website. They're traditionally meaningful. Different types of wind chimes have existed in society. A sense of peace, the strongest through the strongest of storms or the softest breeze. Listen to the wind and think of me. Um, a gentle memorial. That's really sweet. Wow. That's it's neat actually in a way, ironically. uh, my spiritual tea is almost done. There's like a tea bag in here, so yeah, there's no tea leaves to read. That'd be interesting to know how they read tea leaves. I just find different things fascinating. I can't imagine anyone wanting to take that away from me. And it's strange because people do. Mm-hmm. Queen of Clubs, Six of Spades. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Nine of Clubs, Six of Spades. Queen of Clubs, Six of Clubs. Welcome to 12 a.m., March 27th, 2023. Looks like I'm still me. Neither vampire, werewolf, nor Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella. Don't treat me like that. Two of clubs. King of clubs. I gotta play it. Spirit say, hold on. Thank you. I'm not. I mean, since these women have their asses on display all the time, has anyone ever bothered to like go through them? You know what I mean? Yeah, see, I got a copyrighted content violation for the love of money, for the song For the Love of Money. It came directly from YouTube. Now, why doesn't YouTube do it for all of the songs? What's up, YouTube? It's the ones that you don't get paid for now? What's happening? I don't have any desire to get into it. But it's just YouTube finding a reason to block my content. You say you're doing it on behalf of the artist, but again, I ask the same thing. Jack of Diamonds. Ooh, my bad. And the Five of Spades. What does the artist have to say? Not the corporations. Oh, y'all not gonna get put financially savvy over people not like that. Come on, let's think about it. 68%, 63 to 68% of y'all are financially illiterate. That means a large swath of the African American population. Everybody was banking on that. What happens when you all become financially aware and fiscally sound? Responsible even. Oh shit now. Three of spades. They don't want you understanding your money. Cause what do you do with it when you understand it? None of clubs. That's a 3 o'clock. Got my body to delicious for you. I'll be good. Oh, I am definitely sleepy. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Oh, yes. Apologies. I enjoyed that, y'all. My spaghetti, I'm gonna heat it up. It's nice and spicy. I'm gonna add a little more spice to it. I'm ready for this. Listen, I don't care what you do. This is some good sleep. You can't take it away from me. I have figured out how to defeat you. Karma, motherfuckers. You can't even catch me in my dreams. Catch me outside and you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Oh, this is a fantastic song to leave on too. Thank you, MJH. I appreciate you coming through. Y'all keep your spirit up. Me and the spiritual plushies. We'll see you in the streams. Deuces. We love you. Peace. From Memphis, Tennessee. Ah, that's me. JP. Get it. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going. I'm leaving. I promise. Later.